It's a building that's meant so much to the city of New Orleans and all of its residents over the years. And our coverage of the NFL has brought us to it, Caesars Superdome. Today, it's an exciting battle of NFC teams between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Is out and about ready to send this one away. And here we go from New Orleans. Danny Gray to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now give left side. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Off the play action, Chuck. Escapes the pocket. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
3rd down, here's Shuck. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
At their own 48-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a 30-yard gain block, so unsurprisingly, that gives them a first down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. Couldn't script that run any better.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Back now, pressure coming. Has him on the quick hitter. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Here is Tyler Luke now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Saints nothing. Tyler Luke set to kick off.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Gray now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shock looking to pass here. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans. One play in, and they are already close to midfield. 1st and 10. Here's Shock. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send it back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, discussing them, and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. That one's nabbed by Komet. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. Give him 32 on that play. And that's good for a Saints 1st down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Komet's got it left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints get it to him. Lower points on the scoreboard.
The play really had all the elements you're looking for from the tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. Route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner, check. And finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints tie this game 7-7. Tying this game up. They're all set to center away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves. 19 Lions.
Throwing now off the play action. Man downfield, and he finds London. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
A gain of 21 yards. And
one play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory.
Let's go. 19, check, Bobcat, check,
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Staying with Robinson. They stuck with him and got the same result. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up 3rd down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Here we go, check.
Carter put in motion left.
60, 60.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He'll try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons break the tie here in the 1st. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown.
Falcons.
So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Set to kick off.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Gray now on the return. Making some progress here. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Give now to the running back. He stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That is just a great drive starter. When every offense wins, gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
49-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now it becomes a critical 3rd down.
Not on the same page with his tight end. And 4th and 4 coming up. Punting unit out now. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. Nice punts here, up and angled towards the sideline. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Come on. 19 tight. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Throwing from the gun. We put everything he's got behind it. And he hauls in the interception. Alontae Taylor has it. And the Saints take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard
1st and 10.
line.
Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. On play action, here's Shuck. Hits his running back. And he will wind up out of bounds after a 1st down gain of right around 3 yards.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And they find him after just a yard. It's 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. It's a 14-7 game. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They still have 5 to go here. 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he sets them back to begin this drive. That kick goes out, and I call it about the 12-yard line. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
60 by 6.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Finds his back. It's Robinson. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line.
Ready.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of the defense.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Ready. Viking 18. Dragon 60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess. Even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
He hits the lane for about 7. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Cowboy. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Short pass brought in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
19, go!
Working on 1st down. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
6,
From the gun, it's Robinson. He's descended upon quickly and drops after a second-yard gain. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Robinson again here on 2nd. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
60
And in motion out of the slot.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready.
They'll throw. 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Formation.
Hauls in this punt at the 8. And he gets him what he can, but still pretty deep in their own territory starting out.
Their own 13-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the shotgun, they'll get it to him inside. And that's good for a gain of 5. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. It's cut right side by Watson. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They get 35 out of that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
At the 46-yard line.
Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More from Caesars Superdome in just a moment. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Blown back, it's the handoff. Trying to use that space outside, but found a defender instead, so no gain on first down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Pistol snap here to Shuck. And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on third down.
Okay, that was so good, really, on two levels there defensively. Number one, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, being back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20.
23-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Next on the crosser. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. Looking quickly here.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Falcons.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings, trap 60, trap 60.
To the air now on first and 10. That one's incomplete over the middle. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It can be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Ready? 70 Lions, go!
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. Free up the middle, it's a breakaway! And he's in, it's an Atlanta touchdown! The Falcons will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown! That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons double their lead to 14.
Saints set up. Tyler Heath set to kick off.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Gray now on the return. This makes it up to the 25.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. Shuck now on first down. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They get 23 on that one. And that's good for a Saints first down. One play in, and they are already close to midfield. He's back to throw. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Falcons do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. Reed now to kick this one away. Fields this one at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Ready? Cougar 19.
Starting the half with Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
To the 3-yard pickup. It's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. He dodged the tackle. Keeps it moving. To the 10. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one. More than likely for more games to come.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Gray now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Off the play action. Jump. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they did an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down.
Big loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Punt team on the field. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. It's this clean at the 30. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
On the set.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Hot 70, hot 70.
Airing it out to start this drive. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Viking 18. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Another throw here on 2nd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game.
A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Jonas Saker.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
New set of downs from 37. Here's Shuck, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down around the 34.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Here we go, set. 70 Lion.
3rd and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
He has tried quite a few kicks at his time in the NFL, Kate, but a little extra excitement, I think, from everybody on the field. You don't get many chances to set a new career long. He took a shot, and he delivered.
He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line.
26-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside. They just showed right there doing damage on the outside.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30.
65. 30.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war in field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Let's go. 18. Go.
Pass play now. Into the hands of Pitts. And this one doesn't go far. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Hurt.
Shotgun snap against Robinson. Shut down after a gain of about a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Taken down at the 19-yard line.
Out is Tyler Luke for the field goal attempt. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. Luke knocks it through. And that stretches the lead to 21.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the track. And the kicker gets to pad his stats a little bit. The high percentage make.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Gray now on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
At their own 20-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Shuck working from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. 1st and 10. Here's Shuck. Caught by his back. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
He's got Watson. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
That's a gain of 6.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, so there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
And Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. That's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
To throw again here, it's Shuck. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
That's another Saints.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's going to be the Saints with the football, but any efforts might be futile facing that deficit. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Shuck. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Okay, this defense finally said enough, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, shot.
He's going to throw it again. Brought in right side. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll go play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So now it'll be 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap to Shuck. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Shuck now from the gun. And this is going to be a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints get it back to within 2 possessions. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Saints get it back to a 14-point game.
Saints 17.
Reed now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Hits him on the out route. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. But they're sort of hurry up offense here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
First and 10, looking to throw. Pressure coming, and they take him down. Offensive line fast.
A loss of 8 yards. It's second down.
Cut 19, cut 19. 18, pioneer.
Throwing on second. Dumped off to his running back. Shoots away from one. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Robinson on the inside give. Kicked it outside, found himself about 4 yards as a result. It's second 10.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and his running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Finds him on the crossing route. And they drop him right after that catch. He's down at the 22-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
13 yards. First down, Falcons.
Man, go.
Running left is Robinson. It's inside the 10. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Falcons make it a 3-score game in the fourth. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His third total score in this game. Looking to tack on the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21.
38. Saints 17. Tyler Luke set to kick off.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Gray now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Saints to the line now. First and 10.
Go.
Throwing off the play fake. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans. Short pass brought in. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield on their own side.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
Okay, ready?
Back to the line they come. Second down.
Let's go now.
Chuck to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. For the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough third down.
13 yards. Brings up third down.
Check. Ready? 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. 18, pioneer. Cowboy. Please. No. Off.
Here he goes. Third and long. Fits it through the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Desperation time here on fourth. That one's nabbed by Komet. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. One of their best play calls this game so far, Brock. 17 yards on fourth down. That gets them to first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Saints get it back to within 2 possessions. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to defense, other than QB draw, this ball's going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
And the Falcons are all over the kick. That should just about wrap things up here. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10.
Alert! Hello, ready?
Now give left side. And he is going to have the Falcons first down. And Brock, that should clinch them this victory.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
So the Falcons will fly home with a win